Hello? Sorry, I'm eating. I got some ramen. I'm gonna mute myself right quick. Oh man. Oh, it's so good. One moment. I gotta finish this. I just don't want it to be too silent for too long, but one moment. Hello. Oh, that's that primo ramen. I got some primo ramen. So it tastes better than the ordinary ramen. So yeah, I wanted to finish it. Thought I'd be done before I started, but no. Now I'm taking a sip of my tea. Okay. Yeah, I didn't expect the stream to load up this fast. So I was still eating that delicious ramen. Yeah, I'm here now. I'm awake. It's morning. It's Saturday morning where I am. So I'm wide awake now. I saw a movie last night and it was okay. I saw the Mario movie. Mario Galaxy, to be precise. And like, for some reason, just getting some lower reviews than I expected it would get. Like, it's not a bad movie, to be honest. It's just not like a story-heavy movie. But it's Mario. I don't really go to a Mario anything for story anyway. Unless it's like Paper Mario, because those are pretty good story-wise anyway. Also, Mario RPG was pretty good. That was old as fuck though. Actualizing our sentence. Yeah, I guess it just restarts me here. We'll just fast forward through all the shit we did already. So we're like some guy who's in like an alternate timeline of the 1980s, and it's cyberpunk as fuck. This is also post a nuclear war that happened. So there's a lot of radiation areas in this world, and we're like some private eye or something. I don't know, but we have a AI living in our body. It didn't used to be in our body, but it is now for some reason. Let's basically just summarize what this text is even saying. But yeah, I don't know if I'll give too many spoilers of the movie, but I might give some spoilers. So, but if I get too heavy into spoilers, I'll just put that on the VOD. If anyone accidentally stumbles upon my shit, I'll just put spoiler warnings for Mario. One good thing I'll say about it is that it did have like Luigi doing some shit, which is missing quite hard in the first movie. It was disappointing to me a bit that Luigi barely did anything in the first movie. This might be a spoiler, but Rosalina is in the movie, and I have some similar things to say about her, actually. Although I will say she got to do more in there than Rosalina did. I mean, than Luigi did in the first movie. So yeah, I'm gonna put spoilers on this. I can't talk about the movie without spoilers, man. I'm not good at that. That's hard. I'm gonna talk about shit if I see it. Yeah, it was an okay movie. The mindset to go into like a Mario or this Mario movie, the way that they decided to make it is you're just going for the visual spectacle. You're not really going for the plot so much as you're not going for the drama or the emotions so much. You're going there for visual spectacle and to entertain your kids if you're a parent. Like, you're not going there like, I mean, if you grew up with Mario, you're gonna like some of the shit you see, even if you are a parent. But you know, you ain't really about Mario so much. Maybe you're more of a Sonic fan. You might not enjoy it as much, but you're just gonna enjoy the visual spectacle. Maybe. Like, if I was a parent, I'd want to like focus on a movie so I can talk to my kids about it after we're done watching it. Like, that was always my favorite part about going to the movies with my mom. You know, we talk about the movie afterwards. You know, kids like that. I liked it when I was a kid. I don't know about anyone else. But yeah, I was sitting next to a parent actually. And like, I guess it makes sense though. Like, you're not really usually going to talk to your kid if they're like too young. They're like 5 years old. But the kids she had with her were like 10 and above. This one parent I was sitting next to when I went to go see the Mario Galaxy movie, and I'm like, this woman she was just so disinterested in Mario. She was like she decided to go and fall asleep. I'm like, come on, honey. This movie's not even a long movie. It's only like an hour and a half. You can't fall asleep to this movie. You're not gonna have a comfortable sleep. It's not gonna be a long sleep. Like, it's not like some 3-hour joint. And I'm like, don't you want to talk to your kids about what you just saw? Like, those kids are old enough to have conversations with. And she was like, it's not like she's an old woman. I mean, well, yeah. Most people who are adults now are parents. You know, Mario was a thing when they were kids. So it's not like you can't, like, relate in some way. You grew up in the Mario era, basically. But this woman was just falling asleep and tossing and turning the entire movie. I was like, oh my god, the disrespect. Oh, let me get my controller. Excuse me. But I gotta tell you, I mentioned her. I wouldn't have even brought this up if not for a later scene in the movie that this woman reacted to. Because, like, I would have just said, oh, well, yeah, that's just going to be typical. You know, parents are boring. They don't like anything about video games. They know nothing about video games. Even though she grew up in the era of video games. Maybe she wasn't a gamer growing up. But, wait, why is it not going next? We're done. We're done, bitch. Why am I stuck here? Is this a glitch? Get me out of here, game. E? Oh, I gotta hold. That's what it is. Hold. I forgot all about that. But she does actually wake up and react to a scene later, and this is a big spoiler. I guess it's not so much since even, you know, social media's been bringing it up even before the movie was released. But when Star Fox shows up, that's when this parent decided to wake up. This mom decided to wake. She like sat right up. She was very attentive when Star Fox showed up. So I don't know. I don't know if what that means though. Why she was so excited to see Star Fox. Either, I don't know. Either she's a furry and just is really attracted to like anthropomorphic foxes, or I prefer to believe this. She's a Star Fox fan. She just loved the Star Fox games when she was a kid. She played them when she was a kid. That's what it really is. She was even smiling when Star Fox showed up. She wasn't even just sitting up. She was smiling, dude. I saw it. Couldn't fool me. You're a gamer. You just like the Star Fox. You're just not a Mario fan. You like Star Fox, which is, you know, I could see that. Star Fox has a story, or more of a story than Mario, and the aesthetic is a bit different. You know, quite a bit different. It's a space theme. It's, you know, it's more military focused, and there's some, you know, melodrama with family in relationships. Uh-oh. I'm gonna try to finish the demo today, because the last time I tried to stream this, we didn't finish. But this comes out in 2 weeks. It looks so good on my side. Yeah, they shot this shit at us. Fucking Searchlight. Oh, that's right. Excuse me, my bad. Yeah, Star Fox does show up. He does some cool shit. He does barrel rolls. Although I think they overused that joke a bit too much for my taste. But it was fine. It was fine otherwise. Yes, we know barrel rolls. We know the meme, guys. Don't overdo it. Basically the main theme of the movie, though, it did have a kind of an overarching plot in a story. It was just, you know, it's just straightforward, though. It's, oh my god. Oh, I gotta do it when it's on the other side. Okay. I forgot. But, it had the overarching theme was like connecting with family, reconnecting with family. That's what the whole story was about, or a consistent theme of the movie. Which is it's good actually, but it would have been better if they allowed some of the characters that this focus on to be more of a character. Also, it also even focused on not even like blood family, focus on like adopted family, which is something I noticed when Yoshi came up. He was kind of like, he's basically treated like a family member that they adopt, basically. Now that I think about it on reflection of the movie. And Yoshi was pretty entertaining in the movie. I like Yoshi. I don't know why they even bothered to get Donald Glover for his voice, though. So it's not like Donald Glover even speaks actual sentences in the movie. The only thing he ever says is his name, like a Pokemon. He just says Yoshi, which is, you know, it's pretty lore accurate, but you know, why would you need Donald Glover for that? You might as well just got the original voice actor, just use their voice clips for the movie. You didn't need to hire Donald Glover for that. You should have had him play another character who actually speaks. But I don't know. Maybe he did mocapping or something. I don't know. If they did use mocapping at all, I don't even know if they did. I'm pretty sure they did at some parts. I mean, there's some things you can't animate naturally. But one thing about Rosalina that I thought was a cool thing that they decided to make canon for, at least for the movies, is a thing that they kind of abandoned in the games. It was an actual concept for Rosalina to begin with, but they never really made it canon. It was kind of like a concept that never really made it into an actual game. So where, like, in the movie, Rosalina is confirmed to be Peach's sister, her older sister, by quite a few years, apparently. Like, she's a teenager when they separate. Rosalina's a teenager and Peach is a baby, or at least like 2 or 3 years old. But yeah, I always thought that was a cool concept. I don't know. As a gamer, a Mario fan, you're like, oh, that's cute. They should give Peach a sister for real, which I thought they were gonna do with Daisy. I mean, Daisy's kind of like a sister, but they're not really related. But in the movie, they confirmed that Rosalina and Peach are sisters. So they just used that old concept for Mario Galaxy, because that's how the original movie, or the game Mario Galaxy was supposed to be. Rosalina is a long-lost sister of Peach, basically. Also, spoilers, Daisy does show up in the movie. She's an end credits thing. She doesn't really do much. She punches out a monkey who tried to steal her luggage. And so we'll be seeing her do martial arts in the next movie, which will be cool. Maybe her and Peach will spar. I wonder what Daisy's origin's gonna be then. It's like she's gonna be looking very underpowered next to Rosalina and Peach after what we learned about her in this movie. Why is she gonna be so strong all of a sudden? Unless she's also a sister. Cause they give like fucking Peach is like a cosmic being, basically. They confirm. I mean, we already know where Rosalina was at, but like, you know, with this confirmation, like Peach is like straight up a cosmic entity. Which explains why she's so strong in the first place. In the movies. In the movie, she's kicking butt all over the place. And she has some action scenes in this movie, too. Scenes where I think the Mario Brothers should have also been, though. I don't know. Another flaw of this fucking movie, though, like, another problem, like, Luigi does do things in this movie, at least, but a lot of it, or some of it, is just like, he's not with Mario doing it. Like, I thought the last action scene when they're infiltrating the Koopa Castle, I think him and Mario should have been doing some of those parts. Like Peach is there taking the spot of Luigi in that part, which, you know, not really lore accurate. I mean, but it just, they could have still had her there, but they should have had a Luigi with them, is what I'm saying. Like, have Luigi there with them. Why do you separate them like it's Scooby-Doo? Just so Mario can have some romance with Peach? Like, you can just have both, really. Because Luigi's not really interested in her. He's rooting on his brother to get with Peach. So it's not like he's gonna be like encroaching on his brother's romance, even if he's there. Just have them all there. Why do you gotta separate them? It's not a Scooby-Doo setup. It's the Mario Brothers. Ergo, the Mario Brothers work together. Stop separating them like it's Scooby-Doo. Like it's like they're too afraid to make Peach a damsel ever, so she can never be separated from Mario or any of the main people who are doing the infiltrating in action. She's got to be the one doing it, or not even like. And the only reason she'll be separated is to do action. It's not to be rescued. I'm like, okay, guys, you don't have to overdo it. Peach is renowned for like getting caught. It's okay. Like, this is like just memes about it. You can have her be captured sometimes. All right. Just have if you want to show girl power, just have other women in there. You know, there's plenty of females that can feature in these movies. You know, so it's not just trying to push a narrative like women are all just, you know, damsels in distress you got to rescue, and they can't do anything otherwise. Like, you had Rosalina. Rosalina would have been perfect to be in the movie doing the action scenes. She's the perfect choice. You had it backwards, though. She had to be rescued. Like, what the fuck? Why are you gonna bring in Rosalina just a sideliner? Like, this movie might as well not even be called Mario Galaxy, because she's a damsel for half of the or the majority of the movie. She has one action scene at the beginning, and then she has to be rescued, and then Peach is going around trying to save her. I'm like, okay, guys, this is backwards. You should have just had Peach in Rosalina's position, because at least Rosalina has cool powers that would have been interesting to show off in this fucking movie. Show them off more, I mean. But you sideline her for Peach, who doesn't really... She's not really known for any special abilities. They just decided to give her super martial arts in this movie. And she got a parasol, which is more accurate to her game form. She got it from Mario as a birthday present. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I gotta wait till it's yellow. Okay. That's what I get it now. Wait till it's yellow. Oh. But if they're shooting at me though, it's kind of different. It's hard to time it for people shooting at me. Okay, I gotta wait for the line to get red, then I push counter. Wait for the line to get red. I got it. Yeah. Oh, what the? Oh, you can't parry the bullet. We are not Daredevil. We can't parry bullets in this world. I thought we were gonna do some Daredevil shit, where he parries bullets. He parries all of the projectiles that Bullseye throws at him, and he throws shit as hard as a bullet. And Daredevil also parries actual bullets. I just gotta dodge the bullet, I guess. Bitch. Get fucked. I'm gonna do like a execution takedown where I shoot him. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, we can heal too, but I forgot how to do it with the controller. Trying to get a spanking, bitch. That's a paddling. I remember doing an execution takedown. How the hell do you do that now? Oh, I gotta read this shit. Well, yeah, Rosalina should have had more shit. She should have straight up just taken the spot of Peach. Like Peach, all the action scenes Peach had should have just been Rosalina. Straight up. And if they wanted like more than just Rosalina, you know, if they want more female action representatives, there's other females they could put in there. Like Daisy, they could have had Daisy in there. I mean, in the actual movie, not just the end credit. But no, it's not even just her. They could have just had like other people, like Captain Syrup or something. One of the characters from plenty of characters from WarioWare they could have had in there, but then they would have had to have Wario. And Wario apparently did not show up in the movie, which was, I thought he was going to show up. Because that was in fake spoilers that I accidentally got. But it turned out, it was fake news. Let's read what this says. I don't think I read this last time. Wait a minute. Where's it at? Did we pick it up already? I guess we did. Okay, there's some shit. There's a bunch of shit we gotta read about that I didn't last time. Survivor's memoir. Excuse me. Then the med staff began to die right next to the patients. I think I did read this last time. I think this is about the radiation. Now it's known as secondary contamination. Yeah, people, like, radiation's apparently pathogenic at this point in this world. Which, you know, radiation isn't necessarily, you know, pathogenic. It's territorial. And, you know, some things can be, you know, infected with radiation, but they won't necessarily pass it on to some bystander. That doesn't make sense with physics. All right. There's a certain sort of like half-life and capacity that, you know, doesn't make that a viable sort of thing, right? Radiation's just not gonna completely keep multiplying to the point that it becomes pathogenic. That doesn't make any sense. It has a territorial effect, and things who've been to the territory can get affected, but it's not gonna like multiply to the point of contaminating another area just because somebody who's and affected by radiation has radiation poisoning. That's that's magical. That's a magical thing going on. It only works in sci-fi where the author relies on the audience having no scientific acumen or critical thinking. Um, Back then we called it a curse. Punish people who dared to oppose the end of times, who knew the affected people were the source of radiation as well. Yeah, this creates a bunch of like brain worms and people like mind goblins is, I guess, is the more accurate term. Um, to the point where they just start you know seeing their own neighbors as enemies, which is how the elite want us to see each other. They want us to see each other as like viruses that'll kill us if we don't isolate ourselves from each other, and because you got this virus, you got this radiation. Ergo, you stay where you are, stay in your place. We should never organize because this will happen, and then people just eat each other. Then it becomes like some zombie apocalypse narrative, which I hate. This is why I don't like zombie apocalypse movies or shows or video games. The only one I actually like is Resident Evil because it promotes. It's like a pro hope, pro human sort of story. You know, Leon Kennedy is a very optimistic, positive person. Um, Even though there are scenarios where like they describe some zombie apocalypse situations, like it talks about how you know, when the police tried to help the public, it all turned to shit and everybody got infected because they decided to help the civilians. I'm like, oh god, I hate like narratives like that, messages like that. Oh, it just says, well, yeah, this is why you shouldn't help each other, people. You should stay, you should distrust each other, hate each other, fear each other. Basically, that's all zombie apocalypse narratives have always been for the majority. But Leon Kennedy's own experiences aren't actually that. He ends up helping everybody he comes or tries to help everybody comes across. And the overall message at the end of the game is that yeah, you should do these things. Even if there are failures, you should do these things. You shouldn't abandon people in need. You shouldn't hate. You shouldn't reject your community. You should strive to save it in any way possible. You don't become like, selfish billionaires who do hate the people in that way and see us all as a virus. You know, this is their perspective that they want to project on to us, the people, to justify what they do. Humanity should end on our terms. Us wealthy billionaires who are just so bored, and we hate seeing undesirables so much that we think a good chunk of humanity should be wiped out. Basically, we need to wipe out them Arabs in the Middle East. All right, that's why that's a good thing, guys, because we don't like them anymore, and we want to only see ourselves there. They're in the way of our our planning that we want to do in this territory. Right? In Africa, we don't like them. There's too many of them. Them darkies there. We want it to be white. We can't really handle much of the climate there, but we still want it to be predominantly white, right? These Bill Gates people, like, and you see the emails he was having with fucking Epstein. They're all the Epstein class people think that way. Peter Thiel thinks that way. Elon Musk thinks that way. They're all like that. Yeah, we want to live in Africa, but we don't want to see the natives in Africa. We don't like them. You just want to take their resources and their land and build bunkers that we can survive in these lands. Like Peter Thiel built a bunker in, I think, multiple countries. I know he has one in New Zealand, that's for sure. Yeah, I read this already, so we don't need to read that anymore. Let's read something else. This is an old bugle. Looking back, the catastrophe began long before the 16th of July, 1945. No one asked us if we wanted those military tests. Yeah, we read this as well. It's about all the you know, this is about the survivors and all the shit going bad because they apparently became pathogenic. This is about somebody lamenting the origin of the problem they're dealing with now, which is the nuclear fallout in different territories. This is a board game box? What the hell is this? I don't think I read this. A cardboard box containing an economics themed educational board. This is totally corporate. A corporation would make a board game based around trickle down being good. Some Friedrich von Hayek bullshit. Or some fucking Milton Friedman bullshit. A premise of the box is just tons of fun for the whole family while promoting shock doctrine. I mean, while trying to rebuild a crashed economy and establish a better society, the development of science and medicine. And the better way to rebuild society is to give billionaires more money. We'll fix society, guys. We'll fix society. Excuse me. I think that's by the Phoenix Corporation who made this fucking thing. It doesn't say who made it, but it says Phoenix right there. Never mind. On the actual image, it says Phoenix. I was looking at the text. I didn't look at the actual box. Yeah. Phoenix is the evil corporation that just runs everything. Like they're the government now. They're a conglomerate. They just basically run everything. They're the government now. Even though they're not called a government. Goodbye letter. Miss Jackson, I am for real. No. Sorry. Miss Jackson, I'm done. This city turns back into what it was before. All the being donor is an honor bullshit. Oh yeah, the philanthropy bullshit. Or are they talking about philanthropy, or are they talking about like organ donating or blood donating? I don't know. Because I think this is a hospital. An abandoned hospital. Bullshit, a bum dumpster. I tried to be empathetic as you've asked me, but those scumbags are called disposals for a reason. Not even the Prospero Accommodation Center would take them in. Yeah, this is a hospital. So they're talking about donating organs and blood, I believe. So she's like really dehumanizing the people who are infected, it seems, from the radiation, is my guess. Which is not the type of... This is the type of attitude I saw a lot during COVID, sadly. When you scare people with, like, apocalyptic narratives like that, or viral narratives like that, you cause a lot of people to really start devolving mentally and becoming more, more reactionary and thus more discriminatory. Which was sad to see. I noticed in real time, which is why I never fell into that sort of fear panic. And then I was expecting what they were telling us, what we need to be fearing in the first place. Like, oh wait, should we really even believe what they're saying in the first place? Much less fall into this type of thinking. Yes, we gotta fear the Chinese, and we gotta fear the black people who are the most prone to getting this so-called virus. So we gotta treat them differently, ergo worse. We gotta kill them in the hospital while pretending we're trying to treat them. This happened quite a bit, not only in New York, that happened a lot in New York. That's where a lot of the deaths were coming from, that they were blaming on COVID. Well, when you create the narrative that COVID is coming from the black people, there's going to be a lot of suspicious malpractice. And this was also happening in St. Louis, but not due to COVID. It's just that the hospital I worked at, Yeah, it was a hospital I worked at. They had a history of malpractice against black people, and I found that out late. I found that out very late, so I wasn't really bothered by leaving that place. I quit that job um, because they were doing some. I didn't like the policies there, and then I found out that shit. That I was born in that hospital too, by the way. I was born. The hospital I was working at before I left St. Louis was that hospital. I mean, the hospital that I was born in. I worked there. It was also associated with a university. I worked for a hospital slash university. And then they have a history of racist practices in malpractice like that. Or like, yeah, they'll just let some black folks die or just straight up kill them with malpractice because it's ran by racist people. It was ran by white supremacists. Like, there's history. There's this park in St. Louis that I used to live by that had a history of lynching black people and hosting lynching barbecues. On top of the fact that the neighborhood also had a history of like the government flying over the neighborhood because it was predominantly black and it's still predominantly black. Um, they would fly over the neighborhood with planes and dump toxic sprays over the territory. So yeah, there's a lot of racist shit from my hometown. My hometown is also the home of Monsanto. Monsanto really is it was created and ran. It's still I think it still ran in that county that's in St. Louis. Monsanto is from there. It's there that it was created. They're the guys who also created Agent Orange, by the way. They're associated with the people who created Agent Orange. All right. Also, not only did that evil corporation get created in St. Louis, we also have another front false flag entity that was created in St. Louis. I think I talked about them on a prior stream. We had a DSA. The founder of the DSA is also a St. Louis native, a St. Louis native. Michael Harrington. That guy is a phony. I grew up with a lot of like. There's a lot of. It's pretty easy to notice the phoniness for me for somebody who's from St. Louis. You know who's phony in St. Louis when you see them. And Michael Harrington was pretty phony. He's not a socialist. He hated socialists. He hates communists. He hated any actual existing communism. And this is why the DSA are as sorry as they are. They were a controlled op that's supposed to be like a counter to actual socialist sort of networks. And this is why they like working with a capitalist party so much. They work with the Democrats very closely, even though the Democrats they're a capitalist party, self-professed and pretty blatant in their practices. They're capitalist. The fucking authorities and the DNC professed their party is capitalist. Right? Chuck Schumer professes the party is capitalist. Nancy Pelosi professes the party is capitalist. It's a capitalist party. It is not a proletariat or a vanguard party. So, when people try to misquote Lenin to defend the Democrat Party, the DNC, it doesn't work. Because that's clearly not what the DNC is. It's not the party that Lenin would be endorsing. Or saying you need to have, excuse me. Like Lenin was talking about, yeah, you can work with some parties that are outside of yours, but only if you're pushing like material sort of results. Not just you're not just supposed to be promoting the optics of some bourgeois party. No, you're supposed to be getting across actual material policy, if anything, material results that move the needle. You're not there to do image protection, PR, for a bourgeois party. No matter what, vote blue. No matter who dumb shit. No, if they're serving Nazis, no. You have two Nazi parties, two capitalist parties, two warmonger parties. That means you got to do something else at that point. You got to create another party that serves the proletariat and is doing things outside of actual, doing things outside of just electoralism, right? Because that's not the only reason you have a party. You have a party that's going to do like other things that are like direct action. That's the real power of a party. It's not just signing a fucking ballot. It's doing things for the people. Some direct action is going to be required. And that's the other reason you have a party when, your legislation, your elections aren't doing anything, right? You have that. Okay. As you've asked me, but those scumbags are called disposals. Yeah, yeah. This is the bitch. I don't like this woman. Her name is Oh, this is. Well, they don't have a name. Their name is Warren, I think. No, Warren is our name. That's the name of our character. I don't know who this is. I guess they'll sign at the end. But they're responding to somebody named Ms. Jackson who worked at this facility, this medical facility, where apparently they were treating the disposals. Who seem to be the people who are infected with the radiation disease. Not even a Prospero accommodation, which I guess is another facility center, would take them in. I'll be moving out in 2 weeks. My sister says it's the same in the West, but I need to see it with my own eyes. All right, you're gonna go there then and encounter the same problem. You're not gonna escape the problem. You're gonna have to stay there and solve it. This is like, you don't just treat people like this. Hope you'll find a new tenant fast, even though I doubt it. You should have traded your property for a tower apartment when you had a chance. Yeah, you could have just sold out. You can keep my prepaid rent. Okay, so this is a residency, I guess. This is not a hospital. Must be I guess it's just a resident. His name is Thomas Johnson. Okay. Well, fuck Thomas. He's an Uncle Thomas. Pawn shop keepers? Laura, always check everything with the dosimeter, which is, yeah, it checks. It's basically like a Geiger counter. Emitters are, yeah, I read this already. Okay. Some more I need to find. We have not unlocked yet. Okay. We're gonna be getting a lot of documents apparently. Let's get out of here. This is T-Mart. Oh, we're in a store. Okay. I need to read the environment more. Carts. I never did check over here. Oh, I did. Yeah, I did. Now I remember. I remember jumping on this wall, seeing if I could climb it like Spider-Man. Drugs. Oh boy. Time to get lit. No. One sec. I gotta mute right quick. I'll be right back. Hello. Okay, I'm back. Speaking of, I was reminded of something. I was talking about, COVID, but then I'm reminded of other things. Other apparent outbreaks that were used to justify certain things. You ever heard of this thing called like African swine fever or flu? A lot of people don't know about like the origin of discovery for a lot of diseases they're told to fear in the modern day. And it's very eye-opening when you do so. So like the first, or they want to attribute other things to this disease in retrospect. But the first sort of description or account, really, of African swine fever was in the 1920s. During colonization of Kenya, British colonization of Kenya. This was during a time where a bunch of white settler colonial Boers were basically co-opting farmland from the locals. So when you discover that this thing was being described conveniently when these white settler colonials came in and started taking up farmland, it makes you kind of question the origin of this supposed virus then, and if it's even actually a real virus and not some fabrication. As in, is this an actual disease? It's a disease that they say exists, but it doesn't necessarily. It doesn't even harm humans. Like African swine flu doesn't even harm humans. But trust us, guys. The pigs will die if you just let this sit. Like 100% of them. Okay, where's the accounts of this ever happening? This is a story that's said. But when has this ever happened from this supposed infection? I can't even find it. I can't find any account where this has ever happened. But they say this would happen. 100% of the pigs will die because of this disease. All right. Sure. Like the only pigs you ever... So we gotta kill the pigs, apparently. Okay. Because this disease exists, we gotta kill the pigs. Okay, well, we gotta kill how many pigs then? All of them practically. Okay. We gotta kill a whole the fucking pig. Okay, well, if we gotta kill so many pigs, aren't we just? This is just a self-fulfilling prophecy based off of this narrative that they have a disease in the first place. So we're just killing them. We're just preemptively killing them instead of having the virus do it and proving that it's actually gonna kill them in the first place. We couldn't just do a quarantine to prove that this is actually... No, we gotta slaughter them. We gotta slaughter them, okay? We can't have any separated pigs that are supposedly infected with this disease and have them die from the disease and contain it in any way to prove that it's actually a real disease. We gotta slaughter them immediately. Okay, well, that looks suspicious to me. And you're just apparently accomplishing the same outcome. And at best, what you're doing is manufacturing a consent for an embargo on this territory that's suspiciously not ran by white settler colonials. These local Kenyan farmers are feeling the negative effects of this narrative going around. They're being punished for this. Not the white settler colonials, though. Right? In fact, they're claiming that their food is cleaner and that you should exclusively buy from them. Isn't that convenient? Isn't that convenient how that works out? You create the narrative that there's a disease going around, but it's only a disease that's manifesting from the black and brown people who have farms, not the white settler colonials. So then you manufacture consent to have them only exclusively buy food from white people and to shut down production of their own farms. That's convenient how that works out. It's really odd. And that's worked multiple times, repeatedly, all over Africa throughout the 20th century. It's really weird how that happens. The white farmers get to keep their farms. The black people have to shut down and are told they can only buy from white people. In overseas, can't even eat their own food. They're too stupid. And their food has diseases and cooties. Not our white farms, though. Our white farmers, they got the good shit. They love the GMOs is the good shit and all that pesticide. That shit won't make you sick, though. All right? All our hormone livestock in our factory farms and, you know, all the fucking GMO feed we give them, that's good shit. That's not, and it's not, since it's not a virus, you can't say it's bad. It's some synthetic poison that won't be good for your health if you eat it. We spray it all over our crops and even give it to our livestock. And we inject them with fucking hormones and make them unhealthy and have a bunch of cancers and shit. A bunch of, well, not just hormones, but also, you know, antibiotics. That's the word. Sorry. We inject it with a bunch of antibiotics. Give them a bunch of weird cancers and shit. And cysts. And we just sell it to you. That's healthy though. All right. If you get sick, we're gonna say it's a virus, not anything we're doing in our factory farms to maximize profits. Destroying traditional farming of these indigenous, which was healthier and kept people alive for generations. That's the bad shit, okay? We gotta shut it down because of global warming. Yeah, that's what we want to say. Their natural way of farming, which they've been doing for millennia, is not healthy for the environment, okay? Spraying these chemicals in our fucking in our atmosphere, from pesticides to oxidized silver to get it to rain more frequently, you know, that's better. That's better for the environment. Artificially seed plant, I mean, yeah, cloud planting, whatever they call it. Spraying suspicious aerosols into our atmosphere, that doesn't do anything to the environment. Natural farming though, oh my god. These indigenous people they're the ones destroying the world. These brown indigenous people, they're responsible for the end of the world. Not our corporations and our pollution or anything. Not any of our wars with all of our bombs. That's healthy. That's good for the environment. This is why we need to colonize these areas. All right? Because the livestock of these indigenous is polluting the planet. All right? Bullshit. It's just another narrative to excuse like artificial embargoes and colonizing a bunch of territory, and that's really what it is. Oh, did I get anything new? I think I got something new. I think it would have like they might have an asterisk for if I got anything new though. I did get this last time. This is from 1960. This is 420. Oh shit! I bet they were getting lit then. Oh, the Phoenix Corporation even has preachers. I mean, well, corporations do co-opt and influence a lot of religions. You got to be leery of that, especially these mega churches. They're just a big, obvious example of that. Like, if you're Christian, I would not fuck with a mega church. That's evil. That's just the devil running your church, basically. I'm not religious anymore, but I know like what authentic sort of worship looks like. That ain't it. That's being manipulated by vested interest. Okay. Our congregation is fading away. Last week, a whole district was evicted. The upstanding ones were offered modern accommodation in the city center. Some people moved west, but most agreed, and those who remained are interested in neither God nor in the devil. Yeah, they're just interested in their own vices and bottom line. Who am I to compete with the Phoenix preachers? Their sweet promises describe a carefree life of comfort protected by the walls they build. Oh yeah, I did read this. But what will be the price, and who chooses the ones worthy? Yeah, they're building Babylon towers, exclusive territories for the wealthy, you know, and the desirables. Yeah, we're in a different area now. I didn't get this far last time. Bitch. You guys suck. Oh, we dodged. I want to shoot these motherfuckers. Oh, turn around, dude. What the fuck? Oh, you can't dodge and hit at the same time? I thought you could. No. Maybe I'll unlock that ability. This is like some old houses where I used to live. Like the neighborhood I lived in is pretty wrecked. Looks even worse today than when I was living there. This also looks like Detroit. I don't know what state we're in. At first I thought we were in Arizona because of the name Phoenix, but that's the name of a corporation here, not the city we're in. I don't know where we are. Excuse me. Oh shit, we gotta keep running. Our character's sprinting. Oh, get the fuck up there, what the fuck? Don't be the dilly-dallying, dude. This game looks so great. Oh my god. I can't wait till this comes out. Only 2 more weeks though. So not very long, or less than 2 weeks now. Should I go there first? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, really. Oh. I'll go behind the desk if I go that way. I do want to go behind the desk. There might be some shit to read. I'm a detective, technically. And I like sleuthing. Okay. But like what I was saying about African swine flu. African swine flu apparently it magically made its way to places like Cuba during the 70s. And this is like, it gave a good excuse for like America to further justify embargoes against Cuba, much less other countries. When you spread a narrative of like a disease somewhere, it's easy to manufacture consent to embargo it, or to not call it an embargo, but it is an embargo. You have like some sort of restriction on this territory, which basically is just a manufactured embargo. You have a restriction on their products, or something in their economy. Yeah, you're manufacturing an artificial embargo. Am I stuck? Oh no. this is why you got to question every claim of some disease somewhere, especially if it's in like a developing nation or anti-imperialist nation like Cuba. Especially where a lot of black and brown people are, you got to be leery of this statement. And you got to suspect, is it really a virus, or is it something that's something else that's the cause of whatever issue there might be there, that's being caused by something else that they're just blaming on a virus? Or is it actually a virus, or are they just polluting their crops? Are they spraying their territory like they were spraying my neighborhood that I grew up in with some pollution? And it's not actually a virus, it's some fucking weird pollution that they decided to spray over our neighborhoods, try to make us sick. Could that be it? It's not really a virus? And that's why you're seeing, if anything bad is happening to the livestock of these people, then it's, you know, it might just be that, not some virus. Why would it only affect the black people? Well, that means it's targeted. If it's only affecting the black people's livestock, then that pretty clearly shows you that it's, you know, any livestock they have access to or can gain access to, it's only affecting those, but not the white people's pigs. That's suspicious to me. Makes it look like it's a targeted thing going on, not a real disease, not some real pathogenic thing going on. It's targeted territorial pollution, if anything. Or it might not even be real. It was just a story created to justify embargoes against their economy and to basically foreclose on their farms. Put in a battery. It's a big ass fucking battery. What does it do? It is the 80s though. I guess they haven't figured out how to make some more efficient batteries. Oh, it turned on this computer. Oh, it's not a computer, it's a door control. That's how I'm gonna jump over there. Okay. I guess I can reach it now. And then when you look at how people are assessing a disease or diagnosing it, or, you know, testing for the disease, and then you realize that the methodology they're using is from a bunch of British colonizers, well, then you gotta, at that point, question the methods to begin with. Are these methods even, like, telling us anything accurate, or is it just used to justify a narrative? Is the thing that it's finding actually here, or is it just something that's primed to exclusively confirm a narrative? Because, like, if we decided to say that this tests for another disease and we'll get basically the similar results, then are we really proving anything at that point? All you got to do is just change the label, but don't change anything about the methodology. We're just saying we're not finding African swine flu this time. We're finding Lyme disease. And it's just the same results, then what are we really proving? We're just proving that the label we decided to design this for, it's gonna find whatever we label it. Does that make it, like, actually scientifically sound? Or is it just a convenient sort of method to justify a narrative we want to push? To justify, like, embargoes or discrimination against certain people of a territory. And is this actually caused by a virus, or is it caused by some pollution or some systemic methods we use that is making people sick? Like, Is something in our hospitals that we're treating people with causing this, or is there some discrimination going on in our practices that's leading to these results? As in, ergo, it's not black people are more susceptible to a disease, it's that you're treating them worse. You give them worse treatment, and you're probably poisoning them in the first place. You're probably deliberately not treating them in a way that's making them healthy. You're probably deliberately trying to kill them, which is not far-fetched for the hospital I was born in with their history. Okay, we got some new shit to inspect. Let's check it out. Oh, this just automatically shows up. Okay. Back to the roots. Mine more coal. Okay. Yeah, these are slave drivers. For a better tomorrow. Yeah. Or mine more cobalt. Or mine more coltan. These were popular by the white settlers and corporations that set up shop in African nations like Democratic Republic of Congo and Kenya. I mean, it used to be Democratic Republic, and then it got taken over. I mean, it's still called that, but it's not really that at this point. It's ran by Western colonials and their corporations. It's influenced by them. Back to the roots, mine more coal, better. Okay, that's all it says, for a better tomorrow. What else do we got? Inaugural address. My friends, my fellow citizens, since the century's beginning, a time of tempest has seemed to come upon the continents of the earth. For our own country, it has been a time of recurring trial. We have passed through the fallout of our own ignorance and lust for power. This act defines the meaning of this day. You summoned us to complete our dedication to the service of the people of our great nation. Yes, we quit the unnecessary and brutal war. Yes, we kept our country together upon facing the shadow of nuclear catastrophe. Yes, we finally focus on our own people and our own future. But that is not enough. It's time to rebuild our nation, to rise from the ashes. We came to this world not to fight, not to kill, not to conquer. Came to this world to prosper and provide God's will. Okay, when you start talking about God's will, I gotta be very suspicious of you, because I might not see or trust you as a godly person, even if I was religious. And nothing reflects God's will better than the will of the people. Well, yes, I mean, ideally, that's true. You know, but I don't know if you really mean that. I mean, ideally, that should be true. If I was still a religious person, I would say that. People who didn't flee and didn't back down, America's finest sons and daughters, the Phoenix Initiative. Okay, this is Phoenix Initiative propaganda. They're not serious. They don't care about people. Everything we achieved in those 7 years wouldn't be possible without Initiative's struggle to make things right and to carry on this unity to meet the challenge to our time. Let me announce my day one decree. Like, there's no corporation that actually cares about the people. This is fantasy. So, and I mean, you could make a fantasy story where that's the case, like Ayn Rand writing. That's shit. Maybe even Heinlein writing, but no, I don't think that's what they're going for in this game. They're pretty much being more realistic about how corporations are. Unprecedented budget quotes for medical, biological, and social programs and research. There are too many to heal, and we will achieve this. I mean, we create our own money. We sanction our own money. This isn't hard to pay for. People act like this is hard. We just don't have the money. When we sanction our own money. We're not. The dollar is monopoly of the U.S. And on top of being the global reserve currency, like we manufacture our own money, and so we can pay for whatever the actual nation needs. domestically. It can fund all of those needs without a problem. It instead only wishes to spend that on war, though, instead of shit like that. We don't invest in medical. What we do for corporations. If a corporation wants to, make a profit, we'll give them money instead of like an actual socialized system, actual social program. Like they say, social programs and research. Yeah, we can fund our social programs if our government cared about it, but our government it's got a regulatory capture by corporations. They run it. And the white settlers before them were also, only motivated by their own profits in the first place. So that's why that happened. That's why that happened so easily. This country was founded by opportunists, not people who wanted to serve the people. The genocidal nation wiped out the original populace for their own gain. There are too many, well, they're not really gone, but yeah, they killed off a lot of the natives and marginalized them to the point of unrecognition. There are too many to heal. Okay. Total nuclear power use embargo. Well, that would be good if we could achieve that. Mainly for the U.S. and Israel, because those are the least trustworthy to have nukes. I trust any other country with nukes, not the U.S., not my own country, or Israel. Because U.S. is the only ones that ever used it, and Israel is ran by fanatics that the U.S. signs off on. They're their partner. Okay, God granted our lands with endless nature gifts. We will use them rationally and safely for everyone's wellness. New jobs and quotes. For those who are willing to serve America alongside us in the Phoenix Initiative. Mines, be our slaves. Okay? Go extract these resources for us. While we pay you nothing, we give you nothing. You live in squalor. We don't care. If you get radiation poisoning, we're not going to do anything to medically treat you. This is probably a very easily solvable problem if they invested in, curing that, but they don't, is my guess. If the wealthy aren't affected by the radiation poisoning, they don't live in the strike zones where I guess most of that would have been. They were insulated by nuclear weapons. That's why they were so eager to do the war before. Rich people have insulations to escape war, so they don't care about waging war. That's why they're so eager to cause it. Like Trump, don't care about starting a war. A lot of the people in the UN who've like, apparently there was a UN official who resigned because a lot of the UN brass, and the UN's, make no mistake, it's controlled by the US. The US has the most influence over the UN. So even if there's some other countries in there who have a voice, they don't have like influence over what the actual organization does. It's basically like an institute to point out what you disagree or agree on, while actual sort of material results of this organization are to serve Western empire, basically. So that's why there's this agenda apparently that the UN's doing, is to like promote nuking Iran, apparently. And this official decided to whistleblow about it before they do it, as a deterrent against them actually doing it. And now they're spying on this dude and they're doxing his wife's number and shit, stuff like that. So yeah, the people who would sign off on dropping a nuke on another country are people who think they have insulations, or they probably do, that would be away from the strike zones they plan to strike. Because this could cause a chain reaction of nuclear attacks, but they apparently think they got enough sort of insulated areas to escape to if that happens, I guess. That's what I'm trying to point out. But you know, they just like doing war in general. Like, yeah, the U.S. don't care about starting wars in the Middle East because you know that's not on their border. Um, they don't care about even if they're doing a border sort of um instigation. They don't care because it's not actually the wealthy people going to fight or cause anything over there. It's their little attack dogs that are less well off. They send them to do that shit. Anyway, let's continue. Constitutional prohibition of any war, participation in war. Yeah, that would be good. We will show the world that true greatness, but a corporation is not going to do that. They're not some role model for that. They make profit off of war. Show the world that true greatness is achieved by faith, hard work. Yeah, all this flowery posturing. Technological revolution. Finally, the creation of special governmental committees with the Phoenix Initiative, this is just a fascist setup. Because why is a corporation basically having dominion over this? You're a corporation. You're not the government, but they control the government. They knew how to save our country. They know how to lead it to the future. My citizens, thank you. This is the battery we picked up, a bulky battery with a universal socket. The key feature is the ability to accumulate and store both kinetic and solar energy to power up various machines from motor vehicles to personal computers. Excuse me. So this thing is powered by this battery is charged by solar and kinetic energy. So what do they mean? By that, was somebody pedaling a bike to get it energy originally? I don't know. The Phoenix Corporation's labeling is pasted over the original manufacturer's logo. So they're just taking credit for someone else's creation. I guess that is apropos for a lot of these billionaires. Like I guess like Tesla was not actually created by Elon Musk, but he bought it and put his label all over it. Twitter was not created by Elon Musk, but yeah, he put X all over it. I guess that's this is like an example of that, I guess. When they buy something up, they put their own label on it and they ruin it. They kill the efficiency. They make it more racist. And they put their own label on it. Oh, what's this big back over here? I assume it's pointless to communicate with them, Warren. I guess they must be zombies. Hey, prick. You think you're a big deal? Terminate. Let me tell you something. Oh, no, they talk. They talk. I'm gonna rip you. Oh, we got a big boy. How do you fight this guy? They're gonna fight me one by one? I guess so. Ah, shit. Ah. Idiot. So they're gonna wait for me to beat him up good. Oh, I dodged. What the fuck? Bitch. I need to heal. Oh, fuck. I tried to heal. They wouldn't let me. You can't heal while you're attacking, of course. Sorry. I gotta take a sip. I'm talking a lot. Oh. But you can't block that. When it's red, it means you can't block it. Okay. You just gotta dodge this big back. What the fuck? And invincibility frames for no reason. Oh shit, I gotta heal. I got any more? No, I don't. We don't have any more. I think his gut is getting bloody. Unless that was already there. Can't tell. I gotta bait him somewhere? I'm gonna bait him into the wall. Maybe I gotta bait him on the other side. Is there anything out over here? No, there's nothing. I need a gun for real. Like a real gun, not this shit. Fuck. You gonna die or what? I guess I gotta parry him. Let's try it. It didn't work. Parrying him does not work. That's why it's red. I don't know. He's taking too long to beat up. They're calling me a prick. You think you're a big deal? Yeah, I am. Well, let me tell you something, brother. I'm gonna rip your limb from limb. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Reminds me of fucking Walking Dead. Shane, bitch ass. Oh shit. Fuck this guy. Oh shit. Oh damn it, motherfucker. At the hill. Oh, hell. Ah, you son of a bitch. That has a lot of hitbox. Hit points, I mean, not hitbox. Hitbox is actually pretty small for how small he, I mean, for how big he is. You son of a bitch! Oh, we're dead. Okay. He takes too long to kill, dude. What's going on? One second. One moment. Shit. Okay, we're fine. What time is it? It's only 1. Okay. I am gonna leave. Not quite yet, though. Shut up. Hurry up. Hopefully, maybe this will work. Just fucking die, bitch. Fucking go. I got a heal, so we're good. If nothing else. You gonna die? I don't think this is working. Oh, I can shoot him. I didn't know that I had a gun. Oh, I gotta earn energy for my gun. I see it in the bottom left now. Okay. We gotta keep hitting him until we get energy. We got enough? Oh, it's a cooldown. It's a cooldown the amount of meter you get. Okay. I gotta hurry up and get it. Okay, how many times we gotta do this though? Got him, okay. Well, we figured it out, thank God. There's a meter to the gun, I didn't know that. Fuck you, fat boy. Carved you up like a pig. Looking like a stuck pig. Well, you were quite a thrill to chase. Well, who the fuck are you? Now stand still. It won't hurt them. Oh, it's a termite sniper. Now we'll move. I have no solution for this situation. Let's run. Run, dude. You can only see us with the light. You got fucked. Oh, that's a nice looking car. That's a big old car, though. Things like practically a sports tank. Hell yeah, baby. Tempest, huh? Did you see that, Jazz? I did. You're pretty cool. Tempest Action will be coming to the theaters near you. Oh, yeah. No time to waste, big awestruck. Climb up on the wreckage before backup arrives. You don't have to tell me twice. Yeah, you're pretty cool, Tempest. I like your whip. Like, between that and Leon's Porsche, I'm still going to get a Xiaomi EV. But, you know, those are good second choices. Oh, you look pretty cool. What's up, Tempest? Who boy? That was a close one back there. Yeah, I know. I almost got those things grazed by my ear, dude. Close, but no cigar. Man, you're tough as hell. Getting so far. Taking out the termite trash along with you. That's the name of that gang, yeah. I better watch out or you'll steal my job. What is our job? Or your job? You should grab the newbies right from the pit. I'm swift enough, that is. If I'm swift enough. Oh, whatever. Names, temper. Yeah, we figured. We saw the text. I mean, realistically, we shouldn't know his name because, you know, he didn't tell it to us before. But we could see it here now. Reach. I am Reach. That's the name of our AI, I thought. I thought our name's Warren. Oh, like Richard. Or like the bloody homicidal core machine? Yeah, the latter, really. Just joking, dude. Relax. Who am I to judge names? You're okay, Reach. I'm taking you to... I guess maybe Warren is the name of our AI. I don't know. I'm taking you to a safe place. Catch your breath. No, I think it reaches our AI, but we're calling ourselves Reach because it's in our body, I guess. I don't know. Catch your breath now. I think our AI is kind of hijacking us, is what's going on. We're about to make like a banana and split. Okay. Reach's state, termites. Are these things we can ask questions on? Let's ask about the termites first. Why are you not hostile? Yeah, this AI doesn't understand. So the AI is speaking for us. Why should I be? Is that what they say about us in the city? Every human I've encountered showed extreme aggression. Well, there's different types of humans, you dumb AI. Don't see termites as humans, dude. They're violent scumbags. Yeah, we could tell. They hide in old shafts and use mining equipment to hunt us for fun and for food. Oh, they're cannibals. This is how that big dude got so big. So if you see them, you kill them or run. Well, I did both. Now let's ask about the Reach's state. For a fresh out of hatch disposal, you're quite capable. What body part did they take? This body is whole, just mildly injured. Then how did you get here? So these guys, they take body parts. I mean, they take disposals. They take body parts of disposals, apparently. Then how did you get here? I escaped, then I fell from the wall. Somehow survived. So you were from the wall? I can't decide if you're lucky or not. This place you've landed in. The Phoenix... So we used to be on the wall. We used to be living it high up behind the wall. The Phoenix Core dumps its waste here. Yeah. This is where the undesirables are. We are... And we're the waste, or disposals, if you like. how to get back. I need to get back behind the wall as soon as possible. It's always this way, you know. Denial to start. The sweet, sweet acceptance. Yeah, he's telling us we're coping. But no, we're from the upper society. We're from high society. But maybe we're not allowed back in anymore after what happened. What do you mean? You see the freaking wall? It's insuperable. We're from there. You can fly or melt shit with your eyes. Maybe I can. What is that gun? Can you use it? Yeah. It's issued to my biometrics. Yes, I found it on a dead trooper. I assumed the biolock malfunctioned, so good lie, Reach. You know you need to lie about that. No, this is our gun. We're a fucking corpo, or we were. Well, I never. A Phoenix gun, a disposal can use. Yeah. This guy thinks he can trust us for some reason. I guess no cops have ever gone here, no one from behind the wall anyway. But I cannot wait to see this council's faces. This will make them change their tune for sure. Come on, Ricci boy. Jump into the car. I'll get you back. I'll get us all back. I like this guy's spirit. I recognize this man, Warren. Rolf Hurd. This is Rolf from Ed, Edd n Eddy. We should follow. The troopers will come looking for him. They're gonna take him back to the laboratory, the troopers. So there are troopers who come out here, apparently. But he's never seen him, I guess. I don't know. This Rolf guy. Oh, that's the end of the demo. Yeah, I expected. We had a boss fight and everything. Well, I can't wait for the full thing. It's pretty damn good. I'm gonna do one more thing, I think, before I end it, though. I think I have another demo. I just want to load up right quick. I won't play the whole thing. I think I still have it. I might have deleted it. I forgot. Is it this? No, not this game. Huh. No, I don't have it. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get out. I'll probably stream again. If not today, tomorrow. I don't think I'll be home early enough, but if I am, I'll probably stream again. If not, I'll stream tomorrow. Anyway, take care. If anyone sees this bullshit.